Hey guys, so my social media and blogging tip post today. Every Thursday, I do a post that is either a social media tip or a blog tip for you all. It's on how to create blog interaction. So I have the four-step checklist for you to promote blog interaction, encourage commenting, and build your community. And I have that as a downloadable printable PDF for you. Almost all of my Thursday posts come with downloads that you can click off and print. And lots of people keep these in a blogging folder or a blogging binder just as reminders that they can go back in and check on every once in a while, things to make sure that they're doing. So that's what this is the PDF. And it's on utilizing calls to action, making your post easily shareable, planning your social media post, and responding to comments. So I just wanted to real quick show you what two of those things actually look like on your blog. I want to show you what utilizing a call to action looks like on your blog. It can be something so simple. So my last blog post on Tuesdays, I write about running and training and becoming a running coach. So, with it getting darker sooner, my post on Tuesday was about run safety. So, at the bottom of my post, after all of my running tips, I just have a little call to action. A call to action is where you are asking someone to do something for you. It is a request. Any request is a call to action. One of the best ways to get interaction from your blog is to ask for interaction from your blog. So if you actually ask people, like, what other tip would you add? What do you do for your safety? Is there anything I left off that you could put in? What do you think about the list? What's your number one tip? Anything like that. You can have that. I usually put mine at the bottom as a big highlighted thing. Some people work them in throughout. I like mine at the bottom because I want it to be the last thing the person reads, hoping they'll remember it and then answer it. So you need some type of call to action, something that is going to prompt them to want to comment on your blog, to want to interact. You need to ask them to do something so they'll interact, ask them to contribute. Number two is to make your post easily shareable. So by making your post easily shareable to social media, you start to create a social media community around your blog. You start to make people feel like it's a place where they can interact with other people who like your blog. You start to bring more people into your blog as a community. And it just really helps to let you also interact with those people on days you're not blogging. I personally only blog 3 days a week. I just don't have time for more. But I still want to be able to interact with my community to encourage that blog interaction. And so that's where social media is really great because you can interact every day. So one of my top tips is to install a click to tweet plugin that will let someone just click. As soon as they click, it will pop up and boom, there's the tweet. Tweet it out. Takes them 10 seconds and they're right back to your page, which is awesome. And then you can also install things like shareable buttons at the bottom. Mine come from Shareaholic, but there's tons of other options. And these let them share it to Facebook or Twitter, any of their other social media. And it also shows how many times it's been shared. Like this was shared 25 times on Twitter. That was because of that click to tweet. I tell you, if you install click to tweet, your Twitter shares will shoot way up, which also makes it easier for you to continue to interact with your audience. So as soon as that's shared, you know, I get a notification because my name at Back at Square Zero is tagged in it. So I can say things like, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you including your tips. And that really helps out. Um, and to do that, also putting on a social media push. It really helps to have a pinnable graphic to push it to Pinterest, to have your things on there for Twitter, to be scheduling things out just to keep that community going. But last, respond to your comments. People aren't going to keep commenting and aren't going to keep interacting if they don't think anyone cares, if they don't think anyone's responding. So taking the time to go back, I'm going to go back tonight and actually reply to and respond to all these comments. And I will admit right now, the number one reason that I switched to WordPress is because I was spending hours and hours when I started out on Blogger responding to all my comments, and no one ever knew I was doing it. None of the people ever found out. So the reason I switched to WordPress is because it has lots of options that let people know that you are communicating with them and interacting with them. I personally use a plugin called Comment Reply Notification. So as soon as I reply to, say, Gleneth's comment, it is going to directly email her my reply. So she knows that I am valuing her interaction and I am caring enough to reply to her. If you don't take time to reply to your comments, then people are going to stop commenting and people are going to stop interacting. If you have a new reader who comes and they've never been to your blog before and they see that you take the time to reply, that's going to encourage them to interact more. And that first time that they comment and you actually do reply, that's going to encourage them to come back and read your blog again. And maybe they don't comment every time, but sometimes they'll comment and they'll know that you're there for them, which is great. So again, my 4 tips for you on creating a blog that is interactive, that has a community, is to utilize calls to action. You have to tell people to interact or comment, to make it very easily shareable so you can continue to interact with the community online and drive that back to the blog. That includes doing your own social media push too, and then finally going back after all is said and done and responding to the comments, which is what I'm going to be doing for my last post tonight after I get done with this post. So I hope you all enjoy. Feel free to download the PDF that goes with this, to print it out and to keep that to have it. Thank you all. Have a great night, guys.